Zapatozzi.
Good evening and welcome to Bill Simone Field as we get set for softball tonight between the Pacific Tigers and the visiting UC Davis Aggies. Hello everyone, I am Paul Meissen. Glad you could join us. Nice sunny evening, bit of a breeze blowing out towards right as we get set for the lone game this week for the Tigers, as the Tigers were going to play Friday here at Bill Simone Field against San Jose State, but that game has been canceled. So just the one game this week for the Tigers, as the Tigers are in a huddle near their dugout and getting ready to take the field. The Tigers defensively tonight from left to right in the outfield. Molly Bourne will be in left, Sarah Anderson in center, Haley Moran Rowan in right, and the infield, a very familiar one, Gustafson at third, Halib at short, Zapatozny at second, and Lawners at first, while behind the plate will be Rachel Sellers. And getting the start here tonight for the Tigers is the sophomore right-hander Marissa Young. Young on the season is 6-5 with a 3.28 ERA. She is starting in her 12th game, and in 57 and 2/3 innings, she has allowed 27 earned runs while walking 24 and striking out 30. The Tigers enter tonight with a record of 15-13 on the season, while the Aggies 11-13 on the year. These two teams met just a few days ago at the Aggie Spring Swing Tournament, which saw the Tigers defeat the Aggies 7-3, which ended the weekend after the Tigers lost a pair of games to Dartmouth by a 2-1 and 3-1 final score. So the Tigers have won 4 out of their last 6, and looking for the win here tonight to keep things going as we get near West Coast Conference play. Leading off for the Aggies will be Brianna Warner. And the first pitch from Young to Warner misses outside for ball 1. First pitch, 6:05. Warner, a junior from Tracy, California, hitting .338 on the season, and the 1-0 pitch misses outside for ball 2. Warner has started now in all 27 games this season for the Aggies. second best on the team with her .338 average as the 2-0 pitch right down in the middle for a called strike. Warner just 1 double, 1 triple on the season, 5 runs batted in. As the 2-1 misses high for ball 3. Lots of shadows in the infield between the bases and home. And now the 3-0 should be 3-1, I believe, is in there for strike 2. So the count now full. And it's a 2-hopper to Habibit short, and she will fire across in plenty of time for out number 1. So the leadoff hitter Warner is retired 6-3 for out number 1, and that'll bring up left fielder Taylor Peters.
Second, the left fielder number 23, Taylor Peters.
Peters on the season batting .306. She has started now in 22 games, appeared in 25 as she tries to bunt, and it's bunted straight back, foul for strike 1. Peters just 1 extra base hit on the season, a double. Tigers infield playing well in as the 0-1 looking for the outside corner finds it for strike 2. Young earlier this season was named West Coast Conference Pitcher of the Week, the week of March 14th. A week that also saw Nicole Zapatosny named the West Coast Conference Player of the Week as the Tigers swept both honors that week. And now the 1-2 misses the outside corner for ball 2. Oscar Segura, the home plate umpire. At first, Joe Campanella, as it's a couple hopper to Zapatosny, whom will make the short flip to Lawners for out number 2. So Peters is retired 4-3, so a pair of groundouts gets us going, and that'll bring up third baseman Alexis Carney.
The third baseman number 15, Alexis Carney.
Carney leads the Aggies, hitting .347 on the season, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 11 runs batted in. Batting from the right side, the first pitch from Young misses low and inside for ball 1. Carney, their front foot almost outside of the batter's box as the 1-0 is grounded right back up the middle for a base hit. So Carney hits it right back up the middle, and the Aggies will have a 2-out base runner for Ashley Lotodzinski.
Clean up the shortstop number 21, Ashley Lotodzinski.
Lotodzinski batting .238 on the season. 8 runs batted in as the first pitch from Young in there for a called strike. Lotodzinski, a sophomore from Pleasanton. Watches the 0-1 pitch miss low and inside for ball 1. Corner infield playing about even with the bag. And the throw down to second in time. So Carney gets a 2-out base hit, but is caught stealing 2 in the inning after half inning no score between the Aggies and Tigers on PacificTigers.com.
Buds Cakes for being the official sponsor of today's contest.
The Scholarshare Tiger Pack is back for just $36. You can grab 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas to any Pacific softball game. It's the best value in town. For more information about the Scholarshare Tiger Pack, head online to pacifictigers.com/Tiger Pack. As after half inning, no score here at Bill Simone Field between UC Davis and Pacific. The Aggies defensively from left to right in the outfield, Peters, Warner, and Payne. In the infield, Carney, Lotozinski, Bradbury, and Zabralski, with McInnes behind the plate. And in the circle here tonight for the Aggies, right-hander Andrea Reynolds. Reynolds on the season 3-6 with a 4.23 ERA. In 49 2/3 innings, she has walked 11 and struck out 15. So similar to Walters, a pitcher that will have the opponents put the ball in play and count on her defense to do the work behind her, as Sarah Anderson will lead it off for the Tigers. Anderson 373 now on the year, 564 when leading off an inning. She'll be followed by Moran, Rowan, and Zapatosny. Very familiar lineup for the Tigers. Outside of Jessica Pasco, the designated player tonight in the number 9 spot in the batting order. Anderson, the senior from Washington, bats from the left side. As she gets out of the way of that pitch for ball 1. Infield and outfield playing well in for the speedy Sarah Anderson. One-0 misses high for ball 2. Bit of a breeze blowing out towards right field. And 2-0 once again. Reynolds misses high for ball 3, and now a conversation quickly in the circle with McInnes and Reynolds. Reynolds on the season has only walked 11 batters in 49 2/3 innings. But Anderson ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. And she shows bunt and pulls back and pitch in there for a called strike 1. Nice crowd here tonight. It's a 3-1. Misses high and outside for ball 4. So after finally throwing a strike, Reynolds once again misses high. So Anderson works the leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Haley Moran Rowan.
Batting second, the right fielder number 4, Haley Moran Rowan.
Moran Rowan has been hitting the ball very well the last couple weeks. Now up to 266 on the season for the junior from Stockton. Playing right field tonight. And she drops the bunt and gets it down back to the circle, and it's bobbled, and they're not going to have an out. And now they try to throw down to second to get Anderson, and Anderson is able to stick her left foot back in safely. So Moran Rowan reaches on the sack bunt. E1 is what I'm guessing, as it really was an easy bunt right back to Reynolds, and she kind of just fumbled it, which allowed Moran Rowan to reach. So it's like that. The Tigers 2 on and no outs. And up comes Nicole Zapatosny. Zapatosny hitting .305 on the season, 6 doubles, 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in. As she shows bunt and fouls it off at the plate for strike 1. Zapatosny tied for the team lead in RBIs with Gustafson. Also tied for the team lead in home runs with Gustafson. No signs of bunt here, and once again fouled off at the plate for strike two. Anderson, the runner at second. She reached with a walk. Moran Rowan then with the sacrifice bunt and reaches on the air. That's the 0-2, and Zapatosny hits that one a long ways, and it'll bounce at the base of the wall. That'll easily score Anderson. The throw cut off in the circle, and the Tigers lead 1-0 on the RBI double by Nicole Zapatosny. So after trying to bunt and unable to do so, Zapatosny does even better as she hits her 7th double of the season, driving in her 20th RBI, and the Tigers lead 1-0. Moran Rowan to third. And so Tigers now with 2 runners in scoring position and still no outs for Rachel Sellers, who is batting .354 on the season. And the first pitch from Reynolds misses high and outside for ball 1. Sellers earlier this season was named West Coast Conference Player of the Week in 2 out of a 3-week span. 1-0 right down the middle for a called strike. Tigers in most of their wins here at Bill Simone Field this season have scored runs in bunches. And already a 1-0 lead here and a chance for more as the 1-1 pitch is lined and gets over the left fielder Peter's head and rolls all the way to the wall. That'll score 2 runs as Moran Rowan and Zapatosny score, and Rachel Sellers trades places with Zapatosny, back-to-back doubles, and the Tigers lead 3-0 already here in the first. Sellers hit that ball well on a line, and the left fielder Peters broke in and then tried to jump to catch it and unable to do so. So back-to-back doubles. And the Tigers lead 3-0, and up comes Cassidy Gustafson. Gustafson, after a tough first month or so at the plate, is now up to .291 on the season. 19 runs batted in, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 5 home runs. As that pitch in there for a called strike. Oh, 1 misses a little high. Sellers double was her 8th double on the year. That was after Zapatosny's 7th double. And it's a pop-up in the infield, and it's caught by Reynolds for out number 1. So Gustafson pops up to the circle, and finally Reynolds is able to get an out.
You
shouldn't have to pay. The first pitch to Bourne, misses inside for ball 1. Bourne on the season batting .197. 1-0 on the inside corner for a called strike. Inning started off with an Anderson walk. Moran Rowan then reached on an air. And then double by Zapatozzi made it 1-0. And then a 2-run double by Sellers has it a 3-0 Tigers lead here in the first. As that pitch misses high for ball 2. And we've seen Reynolds miss high often here in the first inning. Bourne trying to check her swing, but a called strike. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Launer's on deck. Tigers already with 3 runs here in the first. Still a runner in scoring position. And it's a pop-up that'll bounce foul halfway down the first base line before the first baseman Zabralski is able to pick it up. So Bourne stays alive. Bourne, the sophomore from Whittier, California. And she hits that one a long ways foul towards the bullpen area. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sellers the runner at second. As that's chopped over the circle, and a collision between second and third. And out at first is Bourne as Sellers and the shortstop Lodozinski looks like they collided. And now a discussion on whether that's going to be a double play to end the inning. And it looks like it is, so a bit of a chaotic ending to the first inning. Perhaps we'll hold on a sec here and see as Bourne's still standing down at first base. And 3 umpires are having a conversation. And so that won't be the end of the first inning, as they will call out Sellers between second and third. So Sellers is out on the runner's interference, and Bourne will go to first. Talk about it. And now the Aggies coach will come out and have a word with the home plate umpire. And while we're trying to figure out what's going on the field, good time to remind you, fries cut fresh from Idaho potatoes every day in every restaurant with that addictive, craveable seasoning. For the nearest location or to order online, visit wingstop.com. So the bottom of the first will continue. Sure, the Aggies' argument there was if you're going to call the runner out between second and third, we get the throw to first was in time to get Bourne. So the Aggies hoping they could get the double play, but instead it'll be a runner on first with 2 outs for Sydney Launers, as the first pitch from Reynolds to Sellers is to Launers, is a called strike. Lawners, the sophomore from Laguna Hills, as that pitch
44, Sidney
misses outside for ball one. Lawners hitting .304 on the season. 17 runs batted in. And she hits that one a long ways, but foul down the left field line for a very long strike, too. Lawners tied for third on the Tigers with 3 home runs on the season. And that last foul ball had a home run distance, just foul. And now the 1-2 pitch, and that's lined into left field for a base hit, and the left fielder Peters bobbled it but kept it right in front. So the bottom of the first continues with a 2-out base hit from Lawners. Born down to second. And that'll bring up Melanie Habib.
The shortstop, number 23, Melanie Habib.
Habib on the season batting .180. 1 triple, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. She bats from the right side with 2 on and 2 out here in the first. Tigers lead 3-0. As the first pitch to Habib in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch misses low for ball 1. Born at second. She reached on the runner's interference, fielder's choice. Lawners at first after her 2-out base hit. The Tigers' third hit here in the first inning. As the 1-1 pitch misses high for ball 2. (2-1). A fly ball to right field. That'll be caught a few feet in front of the warning track for the final out. But the Tigers with 3 runs in the first, and after 1 inning, Tigers lead the Aggies 3-0 on PacificTigers.com. We head to the top of the second inning with the Tigers leading the Aggies 3-0 as the 4-5-6 part of the Aggies order is due up, as Lo Tozinski will lead it off as she was at the plate in the first inning when Carney was caught stealing to end the top half of the first.
And you know, PV for UC Davis. Number 21, Ashley Lodozinski.
Lodozinski, the 5'7" sophomore from Pleasanton. Batting from the right side. the start here tonight. In the 4 spot, playing short. As the first pitch from Young misses low and inside for ball 1. Young got a pair of ground outs to start the game before Carney's base hit. And then Carney tried to steal second and was thrown out for the final out at the top of the first. And Lodozinski will head down the first as she was hit by the pitch. So the Aggies with a leadoff batter on, and that'll bring up Kelly Zabrowski.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 19, Kelly Zabrowski.
Zabrowski, a senior from Orangevale, California. Watches the first pitch from Young go by for strike 1. Zabrowski batting .284 on the season. One of 2 Aggies to have started in all 27 games. Warner being the other as the 0-1 pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. O2 pitch fouled off straight back. Tigers corner infield playing a step or 2 in from the bag while Habovich short and Zapatozzi at second playing back a ways as that is lined foul down the right field line. Still shadows across the infield. As the 0-2 misses low and inside for ball 1. One-two grounded to Habovich short. She'll just go to first for the sure thing. So Zabrowski is retired 6-3 and Lodozinski down to second. So the Aggies will have a runner in scoring position with 1 out for Megan Bradbury. Bradbury, the freshman from San Pablo, California, batting .229 on the season. Second on the Aggies with 14 runs batted in. As Young's first pitch looking for that inside corner misses for ball 1. 1-0 pitch misses low. Big swing and miss there from Bradbury, who does have 3 home runs on the season, which leads the Aggies, as the Aggies as a team only have 5 home runs on the season. But Bradbury has 3 of those 5. That last swing was a home run looking swing that missed. And now the 2-1 misses the outside corner for ball 3. Hit right to Gustafson at third, who will look the runner back and then fire across for out number 2. So Bradbury is retired 5-3. So after the leadoff hit by pitch, Young has gotten the next 2 to ground out, and that'll bring up Taya Mickens, the Aggies catcher, as that pitch on the outside corner for strike 1 making it on the season, starting in her 9th game, hitting .421. As the off-speed pitch there, a beautiful one for a called strike. Four of the 5 outs so far that Young has recorded have been on ground balls. The lone non-ground ball out was a runner caught stealing as the 0-2 misses outside and McInnes lays off for ball 1. 1-2 bounces in the dirt, and now the throw down to third. And somehow Lodozinski is able to get around that take. It looked like the ball was there in plenty of time. So Lodozinski down to third. Still 2 outs. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. As that's fouled off at the plate off of McInnes' foot. Dropped her bat in some pain there. Two. Once again, fouled off, this time near the Aggies on deck circle. Flag in right center at the moment, not moving at all, although you can still feel a bit of a swirling breeze. As a 2-2, an off-speed pitch in there for a called strike 3 on the outside corner. So the Aggies get a leadoff base runner but do not score, and after an inning and a half, Tigers lead the Aggies 3-0 on PacificTigers.com. We head to the bottom of the second inning with the Tigers in front 3-0, as the 9-1-2 of the Tigers order will be up here in the second inning against Andrea Reynolds, who gave up 3 runs and 3 hits in the first inning. Jessica Pasco will lead it off. Gets the start here tonight as the designated player, looking for her first hit of the season. As the first pitch from Reynolds misses low and inside for ball 1. Pasco, the junior from San Pedro, California. And the 1-0, that misses high for ball 2. We've seen Reynolds has not been very accurate here early on. Did have the leadoff walk to Anderson, which started her trouble in the first. He also had an error on a bunt right back to her that she couldn't handle. And back-to-back doubles by Zappadozi and Sellers put the Tigers in front, as looking the whole way as Pasco as the 2-0 pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Reynolds certainly taking her time now between pitches as the 2-1 chopped right to the first baseman. Zabrowski was a step or two in front of first and grabbed it and easily steps on first. So Pasco is retired 3 unassisted for out number 1. And that'll bring up Sarah Anderson. Anderson led off the bottom of the first with a walk. She then came around and scored. 373 on the season. One extra base hit, a triple. That run in the first, her 17th run scored on the season. As the first pitch from Reynolds misses a little bit high for ball 1. Infield and outfield both playing well in as Anderson swings and misses over the top of that one for strike 1. Anderson with great speed, even with the infield in. If it's chopped to the left side, third baseman or shortstop, they're going to have a very tough time to throw out Anderson as she chops that at the plate, but it went off of herself while in the batter's box, so just a foul ball. Anderson, one of 6 Tigers to have started in all 29 games this season. As the 1-2 is hit to the left side and able to get to it is the shortstop, Lodozinski, but no chance at all to get Anderson. So Anderson, an infield single, and she's on base for the second time tonight, as that'll now bring up Haley Moran-Rowan. Moran-Rowan hitting .266 on the season. She dropped a nice sacrifice bunt back to Reynolds, and Reynolds bobbled it and couldn't handle it, which allowed Moran-Rowan to reach base. She then came around and scored on Sellers' RBI double as first pitch swinging, Moran-Rowan fouls it straight back. Mentioned earlier that an outstanding turnout here at Bill Simone Field for tonight's game. You can see lots of players from all sorts of various other sporting teams here at Pacific. Some UOP softball alum also here tonight. See Tori Shepard off to my left. One ball, one strike, one out here in the second inning. As Moran-Rowan fouls it off at the plate off of her foot for strike 2. Aggies, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. They've left 1 on base. Tigers, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They've left 2 on base. One, two, a one hopper to third. They go to second for 1. The return throw to first goes into the dugout and out of play. So Moran-Rowan will reach on the fielder's choice and then goes down to second on the throwing error. Ill-advised attempt to try to turn 2, having to go all the way around the horn with a speedy runner in Moran-Rowan. So that'll bring up Nicole Zapatosny. RBI double in the first. As the first pitch from Reynolds is in there for strike one. Oh, 1 misses outside. Zappadozny now 313 on the season. "20 runs batted in after her RBI double in the first. Chance here to drive in a run with the runner on second and 2 down. As the 1-1 is grounded right back up the middle, and Moran Rowan will be waved around. The throw and the play at the plate sees Moran Rowan slide in safely, so Nicole Zappadozny an RBI single, and the Tigers lead 4-0. 2 outs, Moran Rowan running hard right away, and wasn't a bad throw home, but Moran Rowan with a head-first slide gets around the tag, and Zappadozny on the throw home goes down to second, so Rachel Sellers will have a chance with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position as well. Sellers followed Zappadozny's double in the first with a double of her own, which drove in 2 runs. And the first pitch to Sellers, a called strike. Sellers now 364 on the season. 16 runs batted in. A double earlier, her 8th double on the year to go with 3 home runs. A wide stance in the batter's box before bringing her front foot in as that pitch missed outside, and the catcher Robertson threw down to second. Zappadozny easily back in safely. One pitch misses outside. Between the circle and home, a couple breaks of sun and shadows, although it hasn't troubled the Tigers hitters here tonight so far, as the 2-1 misses outside for ball 3. Have not seen anybody throwing or warming up anywhere for the Aggies, despite Reynolds struggling so far here tonight through an inning and 2/3. 3-1, big swing and miss there. Probably swinging at ball 4 was Sellers, so the count now full. Sellers 304 on the year with runners in scoring position. And now the full count pitch, and that ball is crushed, and that is a home run to left. No doubt about that off the bat. So Rachel Sellers, her 4th home run of the season, a 2-run blast to left field, and the Tigers lead 6-0 here in the second inning. Couple people right in front of us off the bat. They stood up going, oh, right away. No doubt about that one. Even though it might have been a little inside on the bat, but plenty of power to hit that one out for Rachel Sellers. So the 2-out rally for the Tigers continues. And up comes Cassidy Gustafson. And Gustafson drops the bunt right back to the circle, which is fielded cleanly and thrown to first for the final out of the inning. But the Tigers get a 2-run home run from Rachel Sellers. And after 2 innings, Tigers lead the Aggies 6-0 on PacificTigers.com. We head to the top of the third inning with the Tigers leading 6-0.
Davis, the catcher, number 2.
Tigers put up a 3 spot for the second inning in a row as Zapatozzi had an RBI base hit, and then Rachel Sellers, the 2-run home run to make it 6-0. As the 8-9-1 part of the order due up here. Or I should say the 9-1-2. Katie Robertson leads it off. And that's a one hopper right back to the circle. Young quickly grabs it and throws to first for the first out. And that'll bring up right fielder Alicia Payne.
The right fielder, number 31, Alicia Payne.
Payne getting the start in right field in the number 9 spot in the Aggies order. And the first pitch from Young on the outside corner for strike 1. Payne batting just 179 on the season. Batting from the left side, and you can see Zapatozzi at second kind of shielding her eyes between pitches as the sun has started to go down, and going to be in the eyes of the right side of the infield and outfield. It's the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. And the bunt down the third baseline rolls foul for strike 2. Young through 2 1/3 innings has allowed just 1 hit, has not walked a batter, 1 strikeout. That strikeout was the final out of the second inning as McInnes was caught looking. One, 2 misses low. And Young looking for that outside corner, misses, so the count goes full. Aggies had a 2-out base hit in the first for a caught stealing. They had their leadoff batter reach with a hit by a pitch last inning. And the 3-2 chop back to the circle, and Young does a nice job to field that on the move and make the short flip. So back-to-back groundouts back to Young here in the third inning, and back to the top of the order with 2 outs and no one on for Brianna Warner.
Back to the top of the order for the Aggies, the center fielder, number 3, Brianna Warner.
Warner 0 for 1 on the night. She grounded out to short in her first at-bat. Young hits the outside corner. Oh, 1 fouled off over the Tigers dugout. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Young looking for her first 1-2-3 inning of the night. And the 0-2 pitch there bounces in the dirt for ball 1. One, 2, chopped foul by Warner, who's able to stay alive. Tigers looking for their second straight win over the Aggies. And that chopper is fielded by Habib, and they throw to first in time, so a nice job there by Melanie Habib at short, and Young with her first 1-2-3 inning of the night. After 2.5 innings, Tigers lead the Aggies 6-0 on PacificTigers.com. Lincoln Center is Stockton's premier shopping and dining destination. Enjoy boutique shopping, our award-winning restaurants, and family-friendly atmosphere. Conveniently located at Pacific Avenue and Benjamin Holt, less than 15 minutes from the University of the Pacific. Visit LincolnCenterShops.com for a list of stores that offer a discount to all UOP students. Lincoln Center, always in style. And the Tigers offense has been in style here tonight so far, as Tigers leading 6-0. The 6, 7, 8 part of the Tigers order due up here in the third inning, as the Aggies have brought in a new pitcher, left-hander Sarah Cadona, a freshman from San Carlos, California. The starter, Andrea Reynolds. Tough start tonight has now been taken out as Bourne fouls that one off for strike one. Bourne reached on an odd play in the first inning. She grounded the ball to short that saw the shortstop and the Tigers runner between second and third collide, and they called the runner out and put Bourne at first. Yes, the 0-1 on the outside corner for strike two. Oh, an off-speed pitch misses high. Mentioned the Tigers and Aggies played just a couple days ago. The Tigers won that game 7-3, leading 6-0 here tonight. One-two misses outside. Tigers all-time are 23-13 against the Aggies. Used to be rivals in the Big West Conference. Tigers now in the West Coast Conference. Projected to finish second in the West Coast Conference, which will get going here in a week or so. And that is hammered through the hole on the left side for a base hit. So Molly Bourne with her first base hit of the night. And the Tigers with a leadoff base runner here in the third inning.
For the Tigers is the first baseman, number 44, Sydney Lawners.
So that'll bring up first baseman Sydney Lawners. Lawners 1 for 1. She singled in the first. And the first pitch from Cadona to Lawners, off speed, misses outside for ball one. Lawners 3-14 on the season. 6 doubles, 3 home runs, 17 runs batted in. And that off-speed pitch right down the middle for a called strike. Cadona with a long look over at the Aggies dugout before getting set and firing as the 1-1 misses low for ball two. Tigers already 7 hits on the night. 3-run first inning and a 3-run second inning. As the 0-1 off speed misses low and outside for ball three. Cadona came in to start this inning in relief for Reynolds. And after giving up a leadoff base hit to Molly Bourne, now a walk to Lawners, and the Tigers once again have things going here in the third inning.
Shortstop number 23, Melanie Habib.
And that'll bring up shortstop Melanie Habib. She flew out to right field to end the first inning. Hit it well, but hung up and was caught a few feet in front of the warning track. We'll see if she's bunting here. And she does, and it's bunted foul down the right field line. Habib on the season batting .177. The senior from Davis, California. The 0-1 again bunted, this time foul at the plate for strike 2. See if they leave the bunt on for Habib here, or if they let her swing away now that the count is 0-2. And she will swing away and watches that pitch miss high for ball 1. Bourne the runner at second. Lawners at first, and now Habib shows bunt early and then will slap it up the middle. And a nice job by the shortstop to get it and step on second for 1 out. So off the bat, it looked like it had a chance for a base hit, but the shortstop, Lodozinski, does a nice job to get in the hole and fielded it right near second base, and she steps on second for the output. Habib runs well and avoids the double play, so the fielder's choice 6 unassisted has Lawners out at second. Bourne down to third, and the Tigers first and third with 1 out for Jessica Pasco. And Pasco fouls off the first pitch at the plate. Pasco a chance here to drive in her first RBI of the season. Also looking for her first hit. In limited action, 0 for 8 on the year. And the 0-1 is a pop-up that will be caught by the shortstop, Lodozinski. So an unproductive out there as Pasco is retired on the pop-up to short for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 12, Sarah Anderson.
So the Tigers once again will need a base hit with 2 outs to score a run, as up comes Sarah Anderson, and Anderson is 1 for 1 on the night. She walked and scored in the first and then singled in the second. Anderson 7 runs batted in on the season. And the first pitch from Cadona to Anderson misses outside for ball 1. In the second inning, the Tigers got a 2-out RBI base hit by Zapatozny and then a 2-run, 2-out home run by Sellers, which has it 6-0 here in the third inning. Runners on first and third and 2 down as the 1-0 misses low and inside for ball 2. On deck, should Anderson reach, is Moran Rowan. And the 2-0 misses low for ball 3. See the infield now all in shadows. Little slices of sun in the outfield, but it's about it as the lights are starting to take effect, although still sunny skies here in Stockton as the 3-0 misses well high. And so Anderson with her second walk of the night, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Haley Moran Rowan.
The batter for the Tigers is the right fielder, number 4, Haley Moran Rowan.
Haley Moran Rowan 0 for 1 on the night. Has scored twice. Reached on an error in the first on a sac bunt, and then reached on a fielder's choice to third in the second. As the first pitch to Moran Rowan misses outside and high for ball one. So Cadona, after a 4-pitch walk, misses on the first pitch to Moran Rowan. Hitting .262 on the season. 3 doubles, 2 triples, no home runs, 9 RBIs. As she bats here with the bases loaded and 2 down, and the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. So Cadona, after 5 straight out of the strike zone, finally hits the corner for a called strike. Bourne the runner at third, Habib at second, Anderson at first. Tigers leading 6-0 here in the third, as that off-speed pitch misses outside for ball 2. Zapatosny on deck. Should Moran Rowan reach and this inning continue? As the 2-1 on the corner for strike 2. Cadona once again a long look over at the Aggies dugout down the first base line before the 2-2 pitch is grounded, and it's off the glove of the first baseman Zabrowski into right field. 1 run will score. The throw trying to get Habib not in time up the line a bit. So a hard hit ball by Moran Rowan. Probably a play that Zabrowski should have made, and it went off her glove. Didn't roll very far in the right field, but by the time Payne got to it and Habib running hard the whole way with 2 outs being waved around, she comes in to score. So the Tigers now lead 8-0 here in the third inning on a E3, the third error on the night by the Aggies. So Lawners comes in to score. Or I should say Bourne scores along with Habib. As the first pitch to Zapatosny in there for a called strike. The throw down to second. Not in time. Moran Rowan back in safely as she went down to second on the throw home. Zapatosny 2 for 2 on the night. Doubled in a run in the first and then singled in a run in the second. Now 21 runs batted in for the senior second baseman, as the 0-1 misses high for ball 1. Well, for the second inning in a row, the Tigers have found a way to score runs with 2 outs. All 3 runs in the second inning coming with 2 outs, and both runs here coming with 2 down. And still a chance to add to it as the 1-1 misses outside for ball 2. Two one. Zapatosny a big swing and miss there for strike 2. Zapatosny 321 now on the season, 342 with runners in scoring position, and 370 when batting with 2 outs. She is here, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners in scoring position, as that off-speed pitch somehow finds the inside corner for strike 3. So down on strikes goes Zapatosny. But the Tigers scored 2 more runs here in the third inning. And after 3 innings, Tigers lead the Aggies 8-0 on PacificTigers.com. we head to the top of the fourth inning with the Tigers now in front 8-0. And the City of Stockton Municipal Utilities Department asks you to help with water quality and water conservation. Help us maintain clean rivers and a clean delta for everyone by reporting any sewage or bad-smelling water in the street or water running in gutters. Reporting possible problems helps everyone to maintain a clean water supply and healthy environment. Call the 24-hour emergency service center at 209-937-8341. 2-3 part of the Aggies order due up here in the fourth inning. As first pitch, a bunt, Zapatosny fields it and makes a nice quick flip to first for the out. So Peters quickly retired for out number one on the 4-3. Second time tonight, Peters has been retired on a ground ball to Zapatosny. And that'll bring up third baseman Alexis Carney. Carney 1 for 1 on the night. Has the Aggies' lone hit as she singled up the middle with 2 outs in the first inning before she was caught stealing a pitch or two later as the first pitch from Young misses for ball 1. One 0 misses inside. Young threw 3 1/3, has allowed just a 1 hit, no walks, just 1 strikeout. Well, the offense has put up 8 runs on 7 hits, helped out a little bit by 3 Aggies errors as the 2-0 misses outside for ball 3. .30 in there, a called strike. And that'll be the second base hit of the night for the Aggies as Carney now 2 for 2. So Carney having a good night at the plate as she hits that a bit of a line drive pop-up in the shallow right field. So a 1-out base hit for the Aggies. And that'll bring up Ashley Lodozinski, who led off the second inning with a hit by pitch for being stranded at third as the first pitch from Young, a called strike. Inside pitch there that Lodozinski probably would have been better off not swinging, but she fouls it off for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the fourth as she chases another pitch, this time a low outside pitch that she's unable to foul off. So down on strikes goes Lodozinski, the second strikeout of the night for Marissa Young. So with 2 outs and a runner on first, that'll bring up Kelly Zabrowski. Zabrowski 0 for 1, grounded out to short as the first pitch from Young misses for ball 1. Aggies, no runs, 2 hits, 3 errors. Tigers, 8 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. As the 1-0, a called strike on the inside corner. One chopped foul. Rolls near the Tigers on deck circle for strike 2. And the Scholarshare Tiger Pack is back for just $36. You can grab 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas to any Pacific softball game. It's the best value in town. For more information about the Scholarshare Tiger Pack, head online to pacifictigers.com/Tiger Pack. As that 1-2 pitch is hit well, but foul down the right field line. Lights starting to take more of an effect here at Bill Simone Field. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the fourth. As out in front, that ball is hit foul over the Tigers dugout and out of play. So Zabrowski a bit in front, but able to foul it off and stay alive. Carney the runner at first after her second hit of the night, but no one other than her has been able to get a base hit for the visitors from UC Davis, as the 1-2 is popped up near the coaching box near third base, and Gustafson will make the catch for the final out. So the Aggies get a hit but do not score after 3.5 innings. Tigers lead the Aggies 8-0 on PacificTigers.com. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning with the Tigers leading 8-0. A defensive change for the Aggies, as Olsen now will be in right field, as the Tigers 3 outs away from the win here tonight, leading 8-0, although we'll look to extend that lead here as Rachel Sellers will lead it off. Sellers 2 for 2 on the night, and a 2-run double in the first inning, and then a 2-run home run in the second inning. So 4 RBIs on the night for Rachel Sellers, as the first pitch from Cadona on the corner for strike 1. So Sellers, her 8th double of the season in the first inning, and then her 4th home run of the season in the second inning, as she will lead it off here for the Tigers. 373 on the season, 533 when leading off an inning, as the pitch in there for a called strike. Four, 5, 6 part of the Tigers' order due up here in the fourth inning, as that pitch misses high for ball 2. And the count actually is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Scoreboard had it switched. One, 2 misses low and outside. Cadona came in to start the third inning. Allowed 1 hit, 2 runs, both of them unearned. An error on the Aggies' first baseman allowed both of the Tigers' runs in the third inning to score. as that's hit right back up the middle. So Rachel Sellers continues her outstanding night. She now goes to 3 for 3 on the night with a single, double, and a home run. And Sellers with the single up the middle to lead off the 4th inning. And we will have a pinch runner for Sellers, and that'll allow me to remind you, try the new Smoke 9 Wing with a mesquite bite and smoky finish only at Wingstop. For the nearest location or to order online, visit wingstop.com.
Your attendance, please. Pitch running at first base for the Tigers, number 16, Caitlin Reynolds.
So Caitlin Reynolds
74, Cassidy Gustafson.
will be the pinch runner at first base for Sellers, as that'll bring up Cassidy Gustafson. Gustafson is 0 for 2 on the night. Both of her at-bats have been balls hit in the air, or hit back to the circle, I should say. First pitch from Cadona to Gustafson, misses outside. Gustafson 284 on the season. One zero. That's grounded in the left field. So there's Gustafson's first hit of the night. So the Tigers offense continuing to be on fire here tonight. Gustafson, after Sellers' leadoff base hit, Gustafson a single. So the Tigers with 2 on and no outs. And up comes Molly Bourne. Bourne 1 for 2 on the night. She led off the 3rd inning with a base hit. And she briefly showed bunt before pulling back and taking ball 1. Bourne now 205 on the season. One double, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. And that's hit. And nice job by the shortstop to field it and make the flip to second for at least 1 out. So Bourne reaches on the fielder's choice 6-4. Gustafson out at second, while Reynolds down to third. So the Tigers with runners on the corners and 1 out. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. So Taylor Brink will pinch hit for Sydney Lawners.
For the Tigers, pinch hitter number 25, Taylor Brink.
Brink, the senior from Stockton, will get a chance to drive in a run here with runners on the corners and 1 out. First pitch to Brink, misses low for ball 1. Pretty similar location to the first pitch, but that one in there for a called strike. Brink on the season batting 120. 3 for 25. 1 double, 3 runs batted in. The 1-1 pitch, an off-speed pitch right down the middle for strike 2. Reynolds, the runner at third. She came in as a pinch runner for Sellers after Sellers led off the inning with a base hit. Bourne at first after reaching on the fielder's choice as the 1-2 popped up out of play over the Aggies dugout. Tigers 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Aggies no runs, 2 hits, 3 errors. Yes, that is hit a long ways foul down the left field line. Seen some hard hit balls stay fair and some equally hard hit foul balls by the Tigers offense here tonight as they've come out swinging some hot bats here tonight in their lone game of the week. As the Tigers game on Friday against San Jose State was canceled. As kind of a domino effect of bad weather over the last few weeks caused San Jose State to miss the game last week, which they're going to need to make up, and because of that, it affects them coming here. So Tigers 3 outs away from a win in their lone game of the week because that ball is hit well to left center and will hang up and be caught near the warning track. Being sent in and scoring is Reynolds. So Taylor Brink with the sac fly to left. The 4th RBI of the season for Brink, and the Tigers lead 9-0. Bourne also tagged up and moved down to second.
The batter for the Tigers, the shortstop number 23, Melanie Habib.
So Tigers with at least 1 run now in all 4 innings. As that'll bring up shortstop Melanie Habib. Habib is 0 for 2. She reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning and came around and scored. As the first pitch to Habib misses inside for ball 1. The Aggies in the top half of the 5th inning will have the 6, 7, 8 part of their order due up, as they'll need to score at least 2 runs to keep the game going. As the 1-0 pitch, an off-speed pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Bourne the runner at second. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. As a pop-up towards right field that'll hang up long enough for the right fielder Olsen to make the catch. But the Tigers score 1 more run in the 4th, and after 4 innings, Tigers lead the Aggies 9-0 on PacificTigers.com. The City of Stockton Municipal Utilities Department asks you to help with water quality and water conservation. Help us maintain clean rivers and a clean delta for everyone by reporting any sewage or bad-smelling water in the street or running in gutters. Reporting possible problems helps everyone to maintain a clean water supply and healthy environment. Call a 24-hour emergency service center at 209-937-8341. As we head to the 5th inning, and first pitch bunting is Bradbury, and that's fouled straight back for strike one. Tigers 3 outs away from the win here tonight, as the 6, 7, 8 part of the Aggies order will lead off the 5th inning, looking to score at least 2 runs to keep this game going. Bradbury 0 for 1 on the night. She grounded out to short to third in the 2nd inning, as the 0-1 misses inside for ball 1. The Aggies just with 2 hits on the night, both by their number 3 hitter, Carney. Yes, that's chopped, and a nice snag there by Gustafson, who fires across for out number 1. So, seen some nice defensive plays by both sides, and Gustafson snags that one and fires across for out number 1.
The designated player number 6, Taya McInnes.
So that'll bring up designated player Taya McInnes. Started the game as the Aggies catcher, 0 for 1 on the night, strikeout looking back in the 2nd inning. As the first pitch from Young on the outside corner for strike 1. Young through 4 and a third, has allowed just 2 hits, has not walked a batter, struck out 2. And 2 outs away from the complete game shutout here tonight, albeit a mercy rule 5 innings shortened shutout, but still a complete game shutout nonetheless, as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes as McInnes fouls it off. Sky has gotten much darker, still a slight hint of sun, but dark, and certainly the lights in full effect now as that 0-2 pitch just misses the outside corner for ball 1. One-two chopped foul near the first base coaching box. Tigers head coach Brian Colsey in his 24th season. 4 wins away from 700 career wins. And likely 2 outs away here from win number 697. That is a bit of a fortunate hit for the Aggies. It's kind of a check swing, trying to just put it in play, and it kind of just died halfway down the line between third and home. So a base hit for McInnes. The first hit of the night for an Aggie not named Carney. Looks like we will have a pinch hitter here for Robertson. And it'll be number 29, Megan Salazar, a sophomore from Clovis. As that pitch in there for strike 1. Nice off-speed pitch there for strike 2. And that pitch misses in the opposite batter's box, and Sellers throws down the first, and McInnes back in safely. One-two pitch misses high. Tigers, after tonight, will be back in action on April 5th, back here at Bill Simoni Field for a 3:30 game against Sacramento State. As after getting ahead 0-2, Young has thrown 3 straight pitches out of the strike zone, and the count now full. Young has not walked a batter tonight. Does have 2 strikeouts. As the 3-2 pitch chopped back to the circle, she will go to second for 1. They throw to first in time for the double play, and that'll do it. So Marissa Young gets the 1-6-3 double play. And just like that, the Tigers with the 9-0 win here tonight. So take a quick look at the recap. The Tigers jumped out to the early lead. Zapatosny's RBI double put the Tigers in front 1-0. Sellers follow with a 2-run double to make it 3-0. And then in the second inning, once again, Zapatosny and Sellers, as Zapatosny singled in a run before Sellers' 2-out, 2-run home run made it 6-0. And then the Tigers scored 2 runs in the third thanks to an Aggies error to make it 8-0. And then they scratched across 1 more in the fourth for their final run of the night. So the Tigers, with the win, improved to 16-13 on the season, while Marissa Young improves to 7-5, while the Aggies, with the loss, fall to 11-16. So the UC Davis Aggies, no runs, 3 hits, 3 errors. They left 2 on base, while the Tigers 9 runs on 9 hits and no errors, and they left 5 on base. So that'll do it here tonight. A very quick ball game that just took about an hour and 37 minutes. So for producer Michelle and everybody else here at Pacific, Paul Mice, I'm glad you could join us. As once again, your final score: Pacific defeats the UC Davis Aggies by the score of 9-0. This was Pacific Softball on PacificTigers.com.